Hello everyone, this is Doug. I'm gonna ramble at you for some 5 minutes, give or take, about what's been going on with my life. So, a few months ago, back in October, I had yet another bout of depression and anxiety, something that happens to me regularly, give or take. Except that this time around, things got a little bit more serious. I isolated myself from my friends, which is something that I do when I have those. For longer than usual, I hurt everyone as part of doing this. And when I got a little bit better and came back, we talked, and well, I realized just how shitty a friend I have been in doing so. And I decided that, you know what, I do need psychologists. I do need psychological help because I don't want to put my friends through this again. So I sought out a psychologist. Turns out I found a fire psychologist, which is super duper cool. And within like 2 or 3 sessions, my psychologist turns to me and says, Doug, you have burnout from working with art relentlessly for the past decade and a half without ever taking a break. Because, you see, there was a quote unquote break back in 2023 when I was in another bout of depression that lasted a long time. A lot of things happened to me that year. And I spent like 10 or 11-ish months not doing any art whatsoever. And whereas most people would look at that period of time and say, Doug, you have rested for 10 months, in my head, what's been going on is that I've been thinking, Doug, you are 10 months late with work. You need to get back to it quickly. Because that's how my mind works. And that's a problem because even though I didn't work for like almost a whole year, I never really mentally rested from it. And this is how burnout kind of screws up with your brain. So I decided now that I need to look for a healthy alternative because as good as doing art is, being an artist is like an amazing job. It's a blessed job for all intents and purposes. I have a lot of fans and friends that are here supporting me in what I do, and it's thanks exclusively because of the support of all of these people that I am able to keep doing this job. There is a lot of love that people are pouring out to me as an artist to keep doing my job, and while I appreciate it heavily and I will never forget how much support you guys have given me, it does kind of also supports a lifestyle that is unhealthy because I don't have local friends, really. I never go out with friends. I never leave my bedroom either, almost, because of anxiety and other things that I'm also looking into it with my psychologist. So I have decided that I need to try and find a job, also because art is my only source of income. If I stop doing art, I have no income. However, I don't have any trade skills because for the past decade and a half, I've been training to be a better artist, better writer, better, furry, but not necessarily anything that translates into a trade skill that I can use nowadays when I don't have certification on anything that I know how to do outside of that. So the only option that I have is to study to try and pass an exam for a public job. Those are hard to do though, so that's why I'm taking such a time away from art, because I'm studying really hard, or trying to at least, to try and get a job and see if this change of habits and my livelihood helps my mind to be a little bit more healthy about things. And quickly, another thing too that has been going on with my life is that, oh boy, surprise, surprise, I have always had such bad eyesight, and I have known that. But only recently I decided to go to a doctor to do a whole checkup for the first time in my life, what with being 32 years old. And my doctor said that health wise, I'm perfectly fine. I'm the picture of health, metabolically speaking. However, my eye doctor, my ophthalmologist, checked me up and said that I do have a degenerative eye disease called keratoconus. It's not as bad as it sounds. Essentially, what that means is that the membranes of my eyes are thinning out. They're becoming thinner and thinner, and because of that, the retinas that are supposed to have like a round shape, they're starting to become a little bit more conical, and because of that, all the light refraction that touches your eyes and forms images in your brains or whatever, uh, is getting distortions, crazy distortions that glasses can't quite fix. So I'm going to start to wear contact lenses to fix the problem at the source, or try to at least, because then again, keratoconus is a condition that has no cure as of now, and the only way to really fix it is with surgery. And because it's a degenerative issue, it can get worse. And if it does get worse, then we get into surgery. But also, there is also a chance that it doesn't degenerate at all within the next few years. So that's something that I'm gonna have to start observing from now on, as well as life goes on. Which, is another reason why I should have a regular job, because being an artist, great as it is, does not come with any kind of health insurance whatsoever. So anything that I have had to pay for this has been out of pocket, which thankfully in Brazil, health is cheap, much cheaper than out there in the world. But still, going forward, this is gonna start being kind of expensive to look into. So, yeah, essentially, this is what's been going on with me. There's other things, but there's no real reason to go into them right now. I just wanted to let you guys know why I have stopped updating the comic and doing art as regularly as I have been doing. My intention is not to stop altogether forever. I don't want to say that this is the end of me as an artist, but this is a point at which I need to recover art and stop looking at art as a job, as a thing that I'm forced to do to survive and pay bills, and recover the status that it had before to me as a therapeutic exercise of healing for my mind and my soul. Turn it back into being just a hobby that I do, instead of the only source of income that I have. Well, that's a little bit more than 5 minutes, but still, thank you for checking out what's been going on with me. And once again, I just want to say that I appreciate a lot all the support you guys have been pouring out to me all these years, following up with my art, my comics, everything I have ever done, all the well wishes you guys have ever sent me. They really matter, and they help me on those dark days when my mind is my worst enemy. I owe it to you guys to finish all the things I have started, and I do want to do that. I deeply do want to do that, but right now I have to focus on my health, both physical and mental. If I do want, if I intend to continue providing more entertainment and art and other stuff going on into the future. So yeah, this is it. Thank you guys so very much for listening, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.